Hi, Thomas Gunther from musictrainingonline.com. If you ever try to enter a pickup measure in Dorico, especially after you already entered music, you probably experience quite a nightmare. So let me help you figuring this out.
We want to create this pickup bar after we have already entered bar 1. First, we need to add an empty bar at the start of our score, which will become our pickup measure. To do this, select the first note in bar 1 and type Shift plus B. In the popover, type 1 and press the return key. That's it. Dorico has just added a measure in front of bar 1. Now we want to instruct Dorico to convert our added bar into a pickup measure that contains 3/16 notes. Let's do this with Dorico's meter or time signature popover. To do so, first select the rest in the pickup bar and then press Shift plus M to open the popover. In the popover field, type 4/4, comma, period 75, no spaces, then press Enter. Let me quickly explain the syntax. First, we type the time signature by entering the number of beats and the beat value separated by a /, with no spaces. Now, we need to tell Dorico how many notes we want in the pickup bar. Here is the syntax for that. 1 equals 1 beat. In 4/4 time, that's a quarter note. In 6/8 time, that's an eighth note. 0.5 equals half a beat. In 4/4, that's an eighth note. In 6/8, that's a 16th note. You get the idea. In our example, we want the pickup to consist of 3/16 notes in a 4/4 meter. Three times 0.25 equals 0.75. This means that to create a pickup measure in 4/4 time that contains 3/16 notes, we need to type the following into Dorico's time signature popover: 4/4, comma, period, 75, enter. That's the return key on Mac. Here is a table with some examples. The problem is, when we do this after we already entered music, Dorico, for whatever reason, shifts the entire music. In our case, we have a pickup made of 3/16 notes in a 4/4 time signature. Dorico shifts the music by the missing amount of note values needed to complete the pickup bar. 16 minus 3 equals 13. That means, in our example, it shifted everything by 13/16 notes. The good news is, we can instruct Dorico to compensate for that, and here's how. Select the last note of the pickup measure and type Shift B. This opens the so-called bar popover. Now, type minus 13x followed by the Enter key. Now, everything looks the way we want it to. By the way, X stands for 16th note value. For your information, here is a table that shows you the code for entering different note values into the bar popover.
If you think this is unnecessarily complicated, you're absolutely right, and I have no idea why the Dorico guys did it this way. Anyway, my tip is start with the pickup measure when you start a new score. That makes it a lot easier. You don't have to do the third step that I explained in the video. And once you get used to doing it this way, it's actually okay. See you in the next video.